Well, I mean, we've heard this all before. We've been down this road before with the president, and he has not covered himself in any glory insofar as implementation is concerned. So we walk out of this SONA yet again with the same concerns that the president is leading a government that in effect cannot implement. And so if these things is announced now, which he had announced previously in his previous SONAs, had been implemented, he wouldn't be having to be talking about them right now. So there is an absolute trust deficit in between what the president announces and what his government does. The state capture report obviously does not need much consideration. Suffice to say, it must be implemented. And the president, in announcing the noble plans and the June outer date, there's certain things that he should be doing right now. His Minister of Communications has been cited in irregularities insofar as Danelle is concerned. The president should be acting on the minister as a demonstration that this report must be acted upon. But here too again, we are saddled with a very slow pace, laissez-faire attitude to things, and the president seemingly thinking that all is well and announcing plans along the lines of business as usual, whereas the situation is very dire and very, very complicated.
Yes, indeed. I think it is about time that we do end the national state of disaster and bring absolute normality to the economy and to society as a whole. And I think what is very important to notice is that the infection rates are very, very low in the country at this point in time. The death rates are actually low at this point in time. And the impact of this Omicron variant is actually very, very low. So I think it is important that we get back to absolute normality so that people can get back to work. Businesses have suffered in the country. The economy is still, negatively impacted as a result of COVID-19. And I think the sooner we get back to normality in South Africa, the better it is going to be for the economy.
The report fingered the executive, in other words, the cabinet. It fingered our security forces. They don't make the cut. The country is not safe. It is so not safe that the president himself came to check out the security at the city hall. He's got no confidence in the security forces. He's now put the security responsibility in his presidency. So we unfortunately in a situation where there has to be consequential management, and those cabinet members responsible, they know who they are. They must fall on their swords. They must not make it difficult for the president and difficult for the country, especially with the factionalism. Some of them want to take advantage of it and remain in their positions, but this is not going to help the country. I told the president the second day of the unrest, when he called on political parties to show restraint, everything is in order. We told him, you're living in a fool's paradise. Instead of restraint, you should show a force. And the report has vindicated Al-Jamaa that we did warn the president. We lost 300 lives. We lost many more livelihoods. And the country is not safe. And externally, we see that we rely on America and Britain, to look at the possible incursions into the country.
I want the National Commissioner that will work together in a full understanding that our job is not the alignment to the factions, as there's been a call of that, but the person that when it comes to the crime intelligence, we are together, we are working in unison, both physically and mentally, and both in understanding that our first prize is to deal with the crime rather than any other thing.